which just means 12 pills, 12 extra chi at the very start. Same thing applies, we try to compress it as well as possible. I'll be honest, these are not perfect, I'll probably just do one of those. I wish I could get more wood right there, but you can see I have a lot higher progress right away just due to the extra chi. Okay, perfect. That's what we want. Almost. We have a lot of turns left, we can compress like that again. Chi gathering, perfect, only wood and one last turn. 152 score. I could have gotten 153. Finished foundation. Now I did do a tutorial on this, but I'll still explain it. Basically, this golden core breakthrough has 3 different stages. At first, 3 flowers gathering, and you can even see it in the help menu. Then after 3 flower gathering, which is completed by using all of these like flower skills, you will enter the 5 chi stage, where you have to condense your chi. And in the last stage, the core condensing stage, you actually condense your golden core. Now, the idea, and that's why the 5 chi pill is so important, is you want to stay in the 5 chi stage for as long as possible. You get additional chi from the pill that you absorb every round in that stage. You get additional chi from the small heavenly exhalation art every turn you are in the 5 chi stage, and so on. Now these are just the wood core pills which we take, and they only affect the very last stage. So in the very last stage we get way more wood chi than any other type. And the reason we take these instead of the temporary weight pills is we want diverse chi in all other rounds except the last. So in the 5 chi gathering stage you want chi of every type, because you need every chi type. But here we are, our first goal for turn 1 is, once more you have 9 turns, is to complete all 3 of these flowers and 1 small heavenly exhalation. So you have to pay attention to your spirit or like chi ratio to make sure you can complete all of them. I'll probably do it like that. Yes, that looks good. That looks decent. And then we do 1 small heavenly exhalation art. Perfect. And that was our first turn. Very basic, very simple. Next turn would be a great circumstance art followed by a small heavenly exhalation. If the chi you have does not match, you can use breath adjustment to try to correct it. If not, it's recommended to load your previous save file. In this case, we just go for something like this. We'll keep fire up high in case we get more fire, and continue on. Next turn, exact same thing. One of the great circumstance arts, one of the small exhalation arts. I like keeping fire for some reason. Do something like this, perfect. And we continue with it. A small heavenly, large heavenly exhalation or the great circumstance, and a small one. So it's the same thing. After, if you can, complete one of those source chis, preferably not the one your main element is, because that the one with your main element is the easiest by far, and we want to start with all of the other ones. We can probably do something like Earth, and then don't forget the small heavenly exhalation. I'll probably do it like this. That looks good. Now, if you are not able to do one of those source chis, you can also use chi sync to bring some of your current energy to the next turn. So here we are, 18 chi, which is a lot. Once more, great circumstance, small circumstance. try to fill the remaining of those source Chis except your main element. Yeah, I think it should be pretty easy. We did Earth already, so I can discard the Earth stuff like this, perfect, and we can do some additional sources. We start with metal, let's go for water as well. Now we'll go for fire, since we keep on water like that. And we continue on. Now in this turn, we don't use small and great anymore. We stop doing it. Instead, we try to complete more of these source Chis except the very last, the last being your main element. And then we use all of the secret techniques we obtained along the way, along the run, to bring as much Chi to the next turn as possible. And that includes Chi Sync and hold on to the first element. So we will just start with the water stuff. Let's just do it like this. Water Chi, we have 4 of them complete. But as you can see, our Chi cap right now, or like current Chi, is way too high. So we can use, on one hand, Chi Sync brings 3 spirit or 3 Chi to the next turn. So like it's essentially plus 3 cap, and hold on to the first element. Hold on to the first element costs 4 Chi, gives you 3 back next turn, and increases your Chi cap. And as you can see, we can now fit everything into our turn. And here we go, this is the last turn we will stage in this 5G constellation stage. We will fill our last node and then start building our core. And we just do it like this, perfect. We can now also use reverse meridian to get some additional energy. And we start with our core. Perfect. Now, since we are going for a pure wood core, we need at least 5 of these wood things. The rest do not matter. You can have 5 wood and 4 fire, 5 wood and any other random ones. As long as you have 5 of one element, it's a pure core of that element. And that is my goal right now. So right here I can also go for a fire core, which does not matter to me. The important thing is just I have 5 of them at the end. And we continue, and here you can see we get a lot more wood than the other elements, which is thanks to those wood core pills. Now I'll be honest, these elements right here are not too amazing, like they are scattered like that. However, we can do one of those chaos pills since they are scattered like that. It's the same as any other pill. You could even create a elementless core in the end if you have 5 of them, but we only care about wood pill or wood core, and as you can see we have 5 of them already. Now in our case we need to do 2 more to get the 9th grade wood pill, and we are on the very last turn, and as such we do so. We can first create a wood core and another, and as you can see we have 3 energy left, which is very lenient. And we have completed our golden core breakthrough. Get 800 bonus HP. And here we are, hopefully we get enough metal. I am hoping for more metal. We will start with a channeling skill, which requires metal. And I believe we can just increase our meridian state as well a bit. And to be honest, chi movement, it sounds good. Get rid of some of the chi, yeah, perfect. Then we use the channeling skill again. I just need to make sure that I have enough energy of the other types, since this requires 4 and 1. Then we can start breaking our Now we can also take all of our different pills. The pulse forging pills are not required. In fact, they make the breakthrough harder But for each one we take, we get a bonus 200 HP at the end of the breakthrough. Now to explain the breakthrough, it has 2 stages and looks quite complicated with these additional modifiers of will and meridians. Basically, at first you want to break your golden core and then after form your Nascent Soul. And there are 2 factors that determine whether you can succeed, which is meridian and will. Meridian is determined by your own body and chi Dao enlightenment, and will by your state of mind and sense or divine Dao. Besides that, we have our basic pills up here. Then at the end of our turn, like every turn, our meridians just take 6 damage, which is part of the breakthrough, and the golden core will recover 20% of lost HP. So with our skill, in this case the channeling skill, which allows you to double the damage dealt to the golden core next time, we will try to break it in 1 or 2 fell motions, since it recovers HP every time. As for our skills, well, there's the Shattering Dun skill, deal 20 damage to the core, but you lose Meridian, you lose Will. There is the Channeling skill, which is our golden variant, golden elemental one for this breakthrough. It doubles the damage dealt to the golden core next time, can be stacked, and causes a big drop in Meridian and Will. Besides that, there are techniques to reshuffle your chi, to bring chi to the next stage, and to increase your meridians a bit. And to start out with, we will use this channeling technique once, and then our rendering skill, which increases meridian. I'll probably do something like that. That should be fine. Next turn, we do the same thing. We use another, not the same thing, we use another channeling skill. I try to make sure I have some energy left of a different element in case I only get gold next turn, since I'm planning to use the Dun Shattering skill or Shattering Dun skill, which requires 4 and 1. Now on this turn, I can use this Shattering Dun skill, and if you have enough energy types, I currently don't, maybe we can get it, no. You could have used the rendering skill. Since I don't have enough for this, I will use the Spirit Unloading skill. And we head to the next stage. And we still have a channeling skill left. The golden core recovers to 36 HP, so we can break it with a Shattering Dun skill. We will pick something like that. That looks good. And there you go, our golden core now broke and we entered the Inner Demon stage. There are different Inner Demons. Currently we have Colorful Nymph or Color Nymph, which is the first one always, which causes us to absorb 5G. And you can see there's like an Inner Demon thing happening now, which replaces the constant damage to the Meridian to constant damage to Will. And the higher this Inner Demon damage becomes, the more Will you use. Pretty basic. Besides that, you can see what the next stage is. It's always the same. And our skills now also changed. We have Default Art, Nascent Transformation and Condensing. Besides that, there is the EC Art, Reverse Circumstance, Nascent Soul Array, which is very important to us. But now we are still on the same turn. What we are doing is we are now transferring all of our chi, or as much as we can, to the next turn. Besides that, since we skipped a rendering skill last turn, we can also do that. So let's start out with that, +4 Meridian, and then take as much as possible to the next turn, which is 3 uses. In this case, we only have 2 chi, so the damage only increases by 1, which is good. And here we are. This turn, the formation speed of the Nascent Soul is reduced by 50%, so don't use your special arts. And, well, 3 damage more to the Inner Demon, Mind Demon this turn. And what are we doing? We are transferring chi to the next turn. In fact, I'm even using this chi movement skill to get rid of all the other chi types. We are perfectly at the cap, and there you go. Next up, it is number of chi absorbed is +10, but every time you use a skill, the Inner Demon damage is increased even further, which means Chi movement is not advisable as it will increases the damage of the inner demon. Instead, we try to get as much Chi as possible to the next turn with Spirit Unloading. We can probably do another. Our Meridian, as you can see, is quite low, but now the Great Revitalization technique should kick in. And here we go. Here is the Bright turn, the Bright Inner Demon. Increase the speed of Nascent Transformation by 50% this turn, and at the end of the turn, double the damage of the Mind Demon. Let's be honest, doubling the damage of the Mind Demon is quite scary, but by using this Reverse Circumstance art with all of the Chi we accumulated, we can get 88 progress instantly. Besides that, we are now, currently our goal is to get 8 more metal or gold Chi next turn. So we try to work our way towards there. Get rid of the wood Chi, use the Chi movement skill, and so on. And now we will take a bazillion damage to our will. We are quite low, to be honest. We can still increase our will by 10 with this pill, but we don't need to. And here you can see a reverse nascent art we can already use. We could, even if we want to have fun, use the Chi movement. There you go, 12. So we have a leeway of like 6 spiritual energy tolerance. And this one now does plus 15 progress, pushing us over the edge. And there you go, we have achieved a Nascent Soul, Hua Ying. Do it like this. Let's go. The first step is in the first 3 turns we want to do a total of 6 body tempering. So in case you have some unclean spiritual energy, use the Yongquan method to get rid of it, if you can. And now our hope is right here that we can do a total of 6 body tempering, and we have it. And now we can simply end our turn. Then next up, first up, I want to get rid of this one stupid earth chi, it's already annoying me. We go into a immortal state, then use our Yongquan method, transform back into the immortal state, and use our 9 dragons thunder. So we'll just use it like this, perfect. We should now have 50 body tempering on turn 4. Next turn we do cultivating the body again, so 57. We then go into the immortal state, go with a Yongquan method. Yongquan method as always, go back into being a immortal again. I'm getting hiccups right now, excuse me, and do a 9 dragons sky thunder. That is the game plan. So give me a moment, I need to deal with my hiccups. First up, we get rid of our 1 metal chi. I just don't like it. We enter the, I want to say divinity. I'm playing too much Slay the Spire. We enter immortal state, do our Yongquan method, go back to being immortal again, and do one of these thunders. Now we should have 61 tempered body. We cultivate our body again and head into the immortal state, and since we're heading into the immortal state, we get rid of this 1 random metal. Then do a spring method or Yongquan method. Yongquan actually means spring. Go back into our immortal self again and cultivate our body. And here you could mess up depending on your energy. If you get 4, 4 and 1 random, a bit annoying with this breakthrough. But now we should have 75 tempered body, 36 mortality on this turn. We continue tempering our body. Hell yeah. And by the way, the extreme breakthrough guide would have also given you some soul shaping. Instead, we completely disregarded. It was not fun attempting it. I'll be honest, not fun. And we know that a body tempering, we are at 82. We head into the immortal state, do a Yongquan method, go back to being immortal again, and temper our body. I'll do it like this, higher odds of tempering the body. We end our turn. Now we have 89 tempered body, 44 mortality. Guess what we're doing? We are tempering our body again and again. That's right. Now we head into Deity Transformation stage, and it's important you pay attention to your energy. If necessary, use determining skill. After we head into this spiritual like immortal state, we need to use Yongquan. So yeah. And now, since we have a good chunk of tempered body and high mortality in comparison to immortality, we stay in the immortal state. So we get some immortality slowly but surely and less mortal. To start off with, we become mortal again, go back to being immortal. As always, we do a spring method, and for the first time forget mortal incantation. Since it's the first time we use it, it has a double effect and reduces our mortality. Now in this case, it barely increases it. Now I believe we should be turn 10. We head into our mortal state, temper our body, go to being immortal again, and we make sure that we have 3 and 3 of both elements after. Do a Yongquan method and forget mortal incantation. End our turn. And we head back to being immortal. Like, this is so much easier to do in comparison to the extreme breakthrough guide. This is like a joke. So easy. We go back to immortal state, we do spring method, we do forget mortal incantation. Like, it's the same routine. Okay, I said that and now it's slightly different. Now we use a 9 dragons heavenly thunder because it pushes us over the edge to 120. So we get 1 more chi when we turn back into being mortal again. I'll probably do it like this since I need to temper my body now. And then we head back into the immortal state. And I do it like this, very high odds of getting 1 wood, so I can do my spring method and forget mortal incantation. So now as reference, 59 mortality, 128 tempered body. We do a 9 dragon heavenly thunder. Like, this is preferable since it's like better on my chi. We turn back into a mortal again. We body temper after. I'll be doing it with fire. We head back to being immortal again. Yes, we want to get rid of our 1 earth. So we go into fire and do a Yongquan method and forget mortal incantation. This is so easy, like this is a joke. Next up, 9 dragons thunder and go back into mortal state. We can go 2-2 or we can go 1-1. What is better? 1-1 I'll pick. Yes, perfect. Then we go into immortal state. I don't need to purge any energy. Immortal state, do a spring method, forgetful mantra, that is 3 energy I need, and an induction method. So I need 6 and 4 at least. So we'll be doing it like this. Is that correct? Yeah. Spring method, forget mortal incantation, and I'll be most likely doing it like this. Induction method increases our immortality. And our turn. Here we go again. We transform into immortal. Yes. We go back into immortal state, but first cleanse any energy we don't wish for. Perfect. We go Yongquan. We go for a forgetfulness spell, like forget mortal incantation, and 2 induction methods. Now pay attention, of course, to your spirit ratio. I believe it's better like that. Perfect. So now we have 80 mortality, 67 immortality, and still 143 body. We go back to being mortal again. I don't know, being mortal is fun. No random chi, so we can go back into our immortal state, do a Yongquan method, a forgetful spell, yes, and 2 for induction methods. 84 immortality, 89 mortality. It's getting close, like super close. So we head back to being mortal, go back into being immortal again, Yongquan method, forgetfulness spell, and induction method. And here we need to pay attention to how we do it. That's looking good. End turn 99, we're cutting it real close, but you can see 97, so it's pretty easy. The moment we do one of these induction methods, it's like +3, we immediately succeed. Now we can head back into being immortal again. We can temper our body. If you have enough chi, you can temper your body again. Can't we temper it again after? Wait, we do it like this. I believe I can get one more compared to the guide in. Or did I miss one anywhere? No. And then we do the induction method. And we succeeded at deityfication. At least 6 chi, we use metal to get rid of all of this obstructed or stagnant chi. Besides that, we have 1 Tribulation pill, which reduces the damage taken by 10%. And we are so ready now. Here we go, let's fucking go. The heavenly Tribulation, heavenly calamity. And we start off, like first up there's the first Tribulation, Yin Yang, but we start out with our status. First, since we took the Tribulation pill, we take 10% less damage from the Tribulation. And since we are at the grand perfection of Deity Transformation, we take an additional 12% less damage. These are multiplicative, so I take about 80% of the damage. Then, since my Deity breakthrough was with wood, I get the wood domain benefit in this Tribulation, which in this case is 2 extra wood chi per turn. And there we go, there is also our Defying Good Fortune technique to resurrect our old man. After absorbing chi every turn, if the number of chi is greater than 6, Wei Wuji will absorb 2 points of chi. After absorbing 30 points, his body is reformed. As mentioned, you should know our strategy. We start out with stagnation each turn. Okay, I'm getting way too much wood right now, but let's just do quenched for fun. Then we can do one of those imperial ones. We can probably do it like this. I just did imperial instead of shield. Sorry, that geht nicht. And here we go, let's fucking go. The heavenly calamity will ascend now. And our first Tribulation happens to be the Yin-Yang Tribulation. But first, to go through our statuses, since we took this 1 Tribulation pill, we take 10% less damage. Since we are at the grand perfection of a deity, we take 12% less damage. These are multiplicative, so we take about 80% of the damage up here. Since we did our deity breakthrough with wood Dao, we get the wood domain for this Tribulation, and you can even see the special effect right there, which is 2 extra wood chi per turn. And lastly, the Defying Good Fortune technique to resurrect our old man. If we absorb, like after absorbing chi every turn, if the number of chi is greater than 6, Wei Wuji will absorb 2 points of chi. After absorbing a total of 30, his body is reshaped. And we can first start, as you remember, stagnation every time. Okay, we did get some other elements, that's good. Then quenched, because why not? We just need to remember, I just did it the wrong way. Maybe we can do it like this. Perfect. And we do it metal to cleanse ourselves of whatever we got. Does this increase our lifespan? Okay, it's pointless. So if we take shield damage, it does nothing. That is a bit sad. Now we do stagnation again. We have a lot of chi left. If I do another one, that can work out as well, and we finish with metal. We cleanse our debuffs a lot. We still have some internal damage, but it's fine. Then I believe it's another yin-yang tribulation. I skipped over the first, but they apply 20 internal injury. And the way this Heavenly Calamity works is, first turn it attacks you, then it charges up again, then it attacks, it charges up again, attacks, charges up, attacks, etc. We could further consume our lifespan. We will first stagnate, then we will use shield, exactly. Can we use another one? Yes, since after we have 7 left. And we clear that. Let's take this yin-yang tribulation to our face, 28k shield left. Very handy. This sucks, I can't do stagnation. Maybe I can get one of the other. Perfect, thank you. Okay, Ember is like turning out to be quite nice. Please do Wood Chi first. And just for reference, like this 5 energy gives you 6,500 shields, so 1.3k each. This one is 1k each, and now it's, you use 6 and you get 5k shield. Like, it's worse efficiency than just using shield, even though it does get rid of your debuffs. Like you can see, internal damage is not as high anymore. The next one is the Heavenly Tribulation, which applies additional bleed. My god, you are debuffing me left and right. Now, let us stagnate again. And we'll do 1 shield, yes. We can do another shield. And lastly, metal. Like, I'll just want to get rid of these debuffs. 66k shield. Looks like a lot. Later tribulations will hurt. Now we have bleed and we lose more HP. Can probably just get rid of a large chunk of it. Nah, I wanna keep that. Like 5 and 4 is perfectly fine. 64k shield. Next one is the 1000 Heavenly Tribulation. It does 70% reduced damage, but hits 3 additional times. And I better get 1 something energy. Oh my god, you owned me. And now here we go, let's fucking go. The Heavenly Calamity is upon us. The first heavenly disaster, the Yin-Yang Tribulation. If you remember the dialogue at the White Emperor Ascension, the first few tribulations are some of the easier ones. But first let's go over our status. You can see us right here with the old man in the back. Since we took the Tribulation pill, we take 10% less damage from the Tribulation. And since we are Grand Completion or Grand Perfection of Deity, we take an additional 12% less. These are multiplicative, so we take 79.2% of the damage. Very handy, that's why I absolutely wanted to be like Grand Perfection. Then, since our Deity breakthrough was with the Wood Dao, we get the Wood Domain in the Heavenly Calamity, and you can see the special effects right there. And it causes us to absorb an additional 2 points of Wood Chi every turn. And lastly, to resurrect the old man, we are using the Defying Good Fortune technique. And after absorbing Chi every round, if the Chi is greater than 6, Wei Wu Ji will absorb 2 points of that Chi. and after absorbing a total of 30, he will be resurrected. So that means we need to hold out for 15 turns. Then I guess we can start with this first Tribulation, 20k damage, and applies an additional 2 internal injury. Well, yeah. Well, first up, and I actually talked with another guy on the Discord. Apparently this quenched art only takes effect when you take HP damage, not shield damage, which is kind of bad for us, but let's just try it. Besides that, we always start with Stagnation, get us the extra chi. We can also do Ember to get 1 additional, since I believe we should have more than enough lifespan, but we should have about 700 years of lifespan divided by 50, that's 14 activations. Well, we don't need to use it every time. 1 more, and yeah, perfect. We use Metal right now, we cleanse all of our debuffs and our turn 25k shield. He hits us, we get the internal damage, and now the Heavenly Calamity is charging up again. This always happens. First it hits you, then it charges up, it hits, charges up, etc. Now we stagnate again. I'm getting too much wood shield right now, I'll be honest. We can use Ember, maybe we get something else, nope. Then let us do Metal. And end our turn. Next we have the Heavenly Tribulation. It applies 10 additional bleed and 23k damage. Let's stagnate, let's block again, and do Metal. End our turn. The internal damage is already gone, that's very handy. We have 10 bleed on ourselves. We can get rid of that as well. I don't want it like this. Perfect. I can probably use my Ember just to get rid of 1 of these additional bleed stacks. 50k shield almost. The Creation Trib... Are you kidding me? Why? Why did we get the worst Tribulation as the third one? Remove all remaining shield at the end of the turn. Yeah. That is one of the worst. All of our shield we accumulated now got screwed over because we got the worst Tribulation there is. So be it, so be it. Can I please get one of the other elements? Perfect. I need to accumulate shield again, 20k. The 4th Heavenly Tribulation, the Astral one. For every 1 point of life lost, an additional 1% damage is dealt. And that's why we have this heal art. In case you're already damaged, you want to heal up. You do not want to strengthen this Tribulation. And since we have no life lost, well, it's pretty simple for us. Let's stagnate, let's do shield, let's do Metal. Perfect, 39k. I wish I had like 79k now, but I got the worst one, as always. My luck is not that good. Wei Wuji is slowly but surely getting to his amount he needs, and I am super happy once he actually gets it, since we get way more chi every turn at that point. 34k, not happy. Okay, the 5th Tribulation, and it's like somewhat random which ones you get, but the 5th Tribulation is always the 5 elements Tribulation, and dissipates all the remaining chi and resets spiritual roots to 20. Sure, I actually can use it. Look at this, this is so bad right now. Thank God for giving me water. I really need it right now. I'm getting everything but like 2 of any other element. I'm getting way too much wood, so thank you for resetting that. We can also, for fun, use this refining one. I have never actually tried it. How much shield do I get? Like 3k? That's a bit bad. That is not amazing. Bam! 27k. Okay, I like this a lot more. And I don't actually know if you can die due to exhausting your lifespan. You can probably do so, but I don't want to test the theory. So now we dissipate the obstructed chi again. Wei Wuji, soon you are revived and you stop bothering me. The 1000 Heavenly Tribulation. It deals 70% less damage but hits 3 more times. So a total of 4 hits, in this case 70% less. Let me do math, 12,000 each for 4 times, 48,000 total. And this is what we have the Imperial skill for. It gives us damage reduction, in our case 2,500. So against 4 hits, this would block 10,000 damage. This only blocks 6,500. So you see why we take Imperial along. Let's first stagnate, then let's do no, the other way around, please. Yes. No. Yes. Like 5 of those is pretty good, and then I need to use metal to cleanse the debuffs. And like, let's look at the damage. 4.5k each, like that's so good. Otherwise you're getting slightly screwed. And this quenching really was not worth it. We stack up more shield. And more shield. Like, it's just the name of the game, get as much shield as possible. Delay it for Wei Wuji to be revived. Or not, this is a really bad one. Life and Death Tribulation. Applies additional damage equal to 50% of remaining health. I have a lot of remaining health. I have full health, to be honest. This is an additional 19k damage. That sucks. That actually sucks for us. Shield. Why not one of those ember ones? And metal. Like, we'll try to block it. This is the 7th Tribulation, and it's like, oh my god, that fucking hurt. Wei Wuji, one more turn and you are revived. It's not looking the best for us since we got the Creation Tribulation, but we are doing our best. Shield, metal. By the way, if you had done the Deity breakthrough with the Divine or Sense Dao, you would get a way better perk than this 2 additional wood chi per turn. And the perk is, the first time you would dive, you don't die. Just like as a slight hint, if you are struggling with this and you can like return back to Deity, etc., that is way better. Because you can simply survive the last Tribulation with that one like bonus. The 8th one, oh my god, okay, it's another one of those 1,000 Heavenly Tribulation. Hits you 4 times. I'm actually liking this as a Tribulation, because we can block a lot of the damage. Do you want to stagnate like that? Yeah, that looks good. Imperial once, Imperial twice. Why not Ember? I'm just waiting for us to die, because suddenly it's like lifespan exhausted. And we get rid of this. 5k defense. And now Wei Wuji is fully formed, and after absorbing a total of like 30 points of chi, which imagine if we got the 30 points times like 5 times 6, so 6 times activation for 6.5k, we are looking at a 39k shield which he robbed us of. Just to revive him. 39k. But now he no longer consumes our chi. I will do Ember 2 more times. Please don't kill me for it. Okay. If I use this art, I only have 5 points left, so I need to use metal now. 39k shield. And the last one. Heaven and Earth Tribulation. Significantly increased damage. 70,000. But we already did it. Add these numbers up. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see how far we can go. Let's do Ember. Let's die now. Oh god. I would have been mad. Of course, in the last turn, this is the last, the 9th Tribulation, you don't need to bother with metal. You can just keep this debuff. We go for as much shield as humanly possible. I actually need to use metal in the end. I can even do soldier, bam, and get rid of some of those. Wait a second. Did we just do the Tribulation without taking any HP damage? I think we actually fucking did it. This is not doing HP damage. We didn't even get scratched. We didn't even fucking get scratched. Hell yeah. The calamity clouds gradually dissipated. The winds were light and the clouds were thin. The ending screen. Year 5, we have joined